My name is Florian Bakic. I'm working as a project manager at TGE Gas Engineering. My task is to manage the project completely from the start till the end. We are also involved in calculation phase and in sales phase, in preparation phase. So I have the overall responsibility for the technical part, but also the commercial, the administrative, the contractual part of the job. TGE is still a company where everybody knows everybody and everybody knows what everybody is doing. We do all important part of a project in-house. We are able to deliver a package from one hand. We don't have too many interfaces internally. We just subcontract companies for minor parts, which we don't have all the time. We have a very good company spirit, so the people like to work at TGE. The level of identification with work is really high, and we are very client orientated. So as we are not so big, we are flexible. We can adjust ourselves to the client's behavior, the client needs, and the client wishes. Well, Project Reganosa was a very, very important project for the company, very special. For me personally, it was the first project I worked for when I joined TGE as a young engineer. I'd been on site half a year, and I learned a lot of things. It's an LNG import terminal in the northwestern part of Spain. So not the sunny part of Spain, it's the rainy part of Spain. And very specific there is that the terminal was built on a very small plot. So when you're there, it's impressive how much plant parts and buildings found their space on such a small plot. During the engineering phase, it was a very big challenge to keep all the necessary safety distances, because whenever you touch something, move somewhere, there was something else which needed to be moved somewhere else, and it was like a domino effect. So it was very difficult to fit everything which was required and requested by client on this small plot. And this was also a challenge during construction phase. So when you put a scaffolding there, the next day somebody is going with a truck and wants to pass somewhere else. So all this needed to be coordinated, and it required much more effort in coordinating than you would normally expect in such a project. Also the challenge, as already mentioned, was the weather, especially in the winter months. It was every day raining. So I remember one day in my first weeks there, I counted 11 rain showers per day, which is quite a lot. So everywhere there was always water, and it was windy, and the wind brought in the salty water from the sea. So you always had this mixture between salty water and rainwater, which is very aggressive. So we had corrosion everywhere. When you didn't paint fast, you got already rust during before commissioning. So, and it was muddy, the roads were muddy, and this was also a challenge there, unexpected. When you hear Spain, you think on sun. And we managed this project with the challenging plot and the challenging constraints we had. And yeah, such a project is not completed when the contract ends. It's still somehow alive in this company. TGE was the first company I joined after studies, but I have a special story with TGE. I left TGE after 5 years, and I came back because I saw that what is outside there is not as good as TGE. So I always enjoyed to work here, but if you never saw something different, you don't value what you have. And now I can tell everybody, the new colleagues, be happy that you are there. It's a great company. We have very interesting and great projects. No project is like the other one, so it's never boring. It's not a 9-to-5 job, yes, but you get a lot of things back. Yeah, why I'm working for TGE? Well, I have a special story with TGE. I joined as a young man 12 years ago when I left university. It was my first job. After some years, I left the company. I wanted to see what is out there, how other companies are. And after a while, I came back to TGE because I realized it's a great company. I have so interesting work at TGE, and everybody here in TGE has the possibility to decide a bit what he wants to do in future. So it's flexible, and it's always change. It's always different. We have new project, new client, new country. It's never boring. I think never boring. Great spirits, good people. I think that's what makes TGE worth to work there.